Hi there. 13. Adele? Madel? Hi, thank you for joining. YouTube, hello, thank you for joining. How is everyone? We're getting started here. Laurie, hello. Donna, hello. April, hello. Mado, thank you for confirming. Okay. All right, everyone. Greetings, greetings, greetings from a beautiful day. You might hear the birds outside. Uh, I had purple green swallows in the nesting box right here outside my front. And they nested last year, which was wonderful. That was really, really cool. Hi, Shri. And I was hoping they'd come back this year. Well, sparrows have decided to take over the house, but the swallows are putting up a really good fight. So I don't really know who's in there. But the swallows are all over the place, and the sparrows, which is what you can hear right now, maybe. Yeah, always an adventure around here. Okay, so let's get going for some card readings. Um, Thanks everyone for being here. We have Instagram and YouTube going. So we are going to pull cards. This little pouch has little cards in it. And I usually use them for myself, but then I thought, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to use these for this week. So this is for the week of May 23 through May 29. And actually, I am going to put back in Freedom, which has come out twice for me this week. So I'm going to put that back in, and it may come out for all of us. So I'm going to pull cards for the general messages for this week. And then I have some decks on the table. So if any of you have a specific question, or maybe you just want a general card for yourself, then you can request that. Okay. Hey, Rosa. Okay. But I'll just ask you to put your own requests to hold off on those for a moment. Martini, hello. And let me get through the general reading, and then I'll open it up to questions and requests. So I'm going to pull a card out. A little noisy, isn't it? I'm going to pull a card for Monday and Tuesday, which is 2 cards. Then I'm going to pull a card for Wednesday and Thursday, and a card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Little cards, but they got a lot of juice in them. So Monday and Tuesday, we had 2 cards come out. Instagram, you're backwards, but they're little, so hopefully you can read them easily. And it's truth and education. So really interesting. At the beginning of the week, truth and education. I think it's going to be important to get the information about what you believe to be true. So don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you've been told, unless, of course, it's a reliable source and you know that someone's not messing around with you. But it's really going to be important to educate yourself at the beginning of the week. And this may require you to change some beliefs of your own, change your perspective on something. But it's important to get to the truth. And the way you get to the truth is by educating yourself. So ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, right? And make sure it's resonating. Make sure it's making sense. You have it in your gut, I mean, that is your intuition. So we say, oh man, I have this feeling, this gut feeling. Well, that's your intuition talking to you. So tune into that. So Wednesday and Thursday makes perfect sense, is simplicity. Simplicity. So when you're working with the truth, then things are easy. It's simple. Now, does it mean that we aren't going to have challenges? No, of course not. But if you're working with the truth, things flow. Now, yes, you can have obstacles. Yes, you can have challenges, but it's when you're not working with the truth that things really get jammed up and you can't find your way out of it. And no matter what you're doing, the response you're getting just isn't making sense, right? because it's not vibrating on that level of truth. So things will get simple in the middle of the week. And then we come back to the same card that we had for last weekend. Uh, Actually, it was for the middle of the week now that I think of it, but I pulled that card for myself this morning, which was courage. And we see courage again. So here's courage for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so saying that, being holding your space, holding your ground, and having the courage to step into who you are, having the courage to ask the questions, having the courage to, um, speak up for yourself and speak up for others. And part of this truth and educate, I feel like, is about community. I feel like we are being called really to come in as one, right? And there are some of us who have a stronger voice than others. And so getting to the truth and speaking the truth and educating others is really going to be important this week. And you got to have the courage to do that and have the courage to do that because people can't, they have no ground with the truth. They don't want to accept the truth. They don't accept it, but they have nothing to stand on, right? But you do. So those are the general messages for this week. So let's get pulling some cards for anyone who has a question or anyone who has a request. I do feel like the message for this week coming up is definitely more about community. And I know I just said that, but it's really coming through. So this week is going to be how you show up and how you uh, present yourself and stand up for others within the community. I feel like that's a really strong one for this week. Okay. 13 Madel is in a wedding. Next Saturday, you're in a wedding? Or you're in a wedding now? Okay. Donna, yes, a card for you, a general card. It looks like maybe if you have a specific question, put that in the chat. Otherwise, you can just put, a general card. So I will pull a card for Donna. And then I see Martini is asking for a question and Rosa. So Laurie, very good messages for the week. I like those a lot. I like them a lot. Yeah. And I think it's like coming up is like the baloney meter at the beginning of the week. Like there's going to be a lot of like people saying some stuff that's like, yeah, that's just not true. And go find the information. Okay, so let's get going for Donna. A general card for Donna, and Donna, I think it is angel prayers for you. So we've got a few requests, so I see them here. Let's get a card for Donna for a general message for Donna right here. Donna, your card is balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. And you see the angel here holding the scales. Here you go, YouTube. So Donna, for you, really, holding and folks, for those of you who might be new to my readings, even though I pull cards for individual people, all of these cards start coming back around and they really create a very rich woven message for everybody. But Donna, finding balance is going to be important for you. Make sure you're maintaining balance. I think go back to the messages for the week about the truth and courage. So making sure you're speaking up for your needs, making sure that if there's something you cannot do, don't commit to doing it. Just say, you know what, I wish I could help you, but I cannot right now. Right? So keep yourself in balance. Try not to be giving too much. And also, pay attention. Are you asking too much without giving in return? I get the sense that it's, saying yes a lot. So maybe rethink a couple of those commitments because you probably won't be happy doing all of it. Okay. All right. And then Martini had a request, and then we'll come over here to Rosa, Laurie, and Shri. So, Martini, I'm facing big decisions and just need a little guidance. Um, then, Martini, we are going to Angel Tarot, a very large deck, I might add. But let's get a card here for big decisions for Martini. What does Martini need to know right here? Okay, nice. Uh, your card is Eight of Water. So that's Eight of Cups. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So when you're talking about big decisions and needing a little guidance, the Eight of Cups, the Eight is of the Strength card. And the Strength card is your inner strength, going to that truth, going to courage. It's really like it's your soul talking to you, not your head and your ego. And so the Eight of Cups is you journeying forward and feeling really comfortable with that, feeling in a really good place. And I know you're saying big decisions, and you have a plural on decisions. So, what I would say is go back to yourself, go within, spend some time and just listen and talk the decisions out loud, even to yourself. Talk this and see what, pay attention to the words you're using. Pay attention to when you talk about it, what happens. Does your speech get really fast, and do you feel like you're losing your breath, or do you feel like when you talk about something it's coming very slowly and easily and your words are coming out very easily? That's an indicator, right, of which way to go. So that Eight of Cups is really about moving forward and feeling good about it. So your big decision is get in touch and get your answers, because your answers are within, right? But go about and find it in different ways if it is a little elusive for you right now, if that makes sense. Okay, so coming over here to Rosa. Rosa, will this be a great job opportunity to take with Mr. Evan? Will this be a great job opportunity to take with Mr. Evan? All right. Pardon me. Let's have a card for Rosa, and this is Angel Answers. A good job opportunity for Rosa with Mr. Evan. A good job opportunity for Rosa with Mr. Evan. Nope. Opportunity. Sometimes the cards are just funny. Will this be a good job opportunity to take with Mr. Evan? And the card that comes up is opportunity. So, uh, it's an opportunity to review the opportunity you have with Mr. Evan. This is your opportunity to create the job you want, Rosa. And I think it goes back to truth and education, simplicity and courage. If you have to work too hard for something, and I'm not saying we don't do hard work, there's a difference there, then maybe it's not the job for you. But if you feel like things are moving and you get to create the opportunity you want, you get to say, this is what I need out of the job. Instead of, oftentimes when we go look for a job, we're very passive, right? Oh, are they going to want me? Am I good enough for the job? Well, create the job you want. And so this is saying this is your opportunity to make it what you want. So I'd say go after it, but go after it making sure that it's in alignment with you. Okay, Laurie and then Shri. All right. You're welcome, Martini. Donna, you're welcome. So Laurie, you're welcome, Rosa. Laurie, may I have a card for continued health healing? A card for continued health healing. I feel like that has to go back to angel prayers. That's where that goes. Let's have a card for Laurie for continued health healing. Angel prayers for Laurie. Continued health healing. Yoopie, yoopie, yoopie. Shine your light, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Here you go, Instagram. So in terms of health, your continued health healing, part of our healing, a big part of our healing, a big part of our illness is everything that goes on within, right? Our emotions, our mental state, our stress level. And that brings on illness just as much as it helps with healing. So part of your continued health healing, I think, is making sure that you are living in your truth, shining your light, right? Not dimming, and just keeping positive, sending light to your own body. So take this light, envision the light, and bring the light in. Take it from above, take it into your crown chakra, and come all the way through each one of your chakras so that you are energizing them, balancing them, keeping them healthy, and that will support your healing. Working with light. Okay, hey Carolyn. All right, Shri, a general card for Shri. We are going to Sacred Traveler, Shri. All right. Let's make sure I have them up right. I just saw a card that made me laugh. A card for Shri. General card for Shri. Okay. Hey, folks, if you like this reading and you like the card that you got or what you're hearing or anything, would you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up and send some hearts and maybe share the reading with someone, because certainly the beginning of the reading applies to everyone. That'd be great. Okay, Shri, your card is Distant Thunder. Clear the air. And this is from Sacred Traveler. Here you go, you two. Clear the air. So again, going back to the messages for the week about truth and education, simplicity and courage. And then some of the cards that we saw on here: opportunity, balance, shining your light, clearing the air. So if there's something going on out there, pay attention to it. Don't let it, pardon me, don't let it become something it's not. Don't worry about something that doesn't exist, right? But be mindful of what's out there. And if something needs to be clarified or dispelled, do that. And it goes back to truth and education. So you may be seeing something or hearing something, the rumblings of something that will, you'll have the opportunity, because of course we always can choose not to, but be able to step in and step up and educate and truth and clear whatever it is so that it doesn't become a full-on storm. Okay, Laurie, I like the thought of connecting with my chakra for healing. I felt that go through my body. Thank you. You're welcome. And do some chakra healing. All of us can do it. It's not complicated, and you don't need anyone to do it for yourself. But you can just do some meditations. You can Google your chakras and the colors of your chakra, and you can use the seven major ones and envision the color. Envision the color of the crown chakra, then come to your third eye, then come to your throat. And you can do that if you have some crystals at home. You can put crystals on your chakras. You can lie down and put them there. You can imagine yourself on the floor and place crystals on where you would be. If you have a chakra in particular that you feel like is sort of jammed up, um, you could take a particular crystal and just lie there with the crystal on it. So it does help. And then, of course, if you have a pendulum, you can work with that too. So I've got answers for everything. Okay. Sometimes you think you are too busy and you forget. Yes, 100% yes. And I'll go back to Donna's card of balance. Yeah. If you don't have good balance, things are going to get out of whack, right? And it goes back to when we don't feel well, we feel stressed, we're tired, we're depleted, we're not eating right. Oh, we didn't drink enough today. So really keeping things in balance. Okay, so that's what I have for everybody today. Those are the readings. Good cards, good stuff. Subscribe to my newsletter if you will. You'll find it in the link in my bio on Instagram. And then down below in YouTube, you'll see a link and you can just subscribe. And I did put out today the first one of the new card reading promos for my newsletter subscribers, and it's for anyone who is a Gemini, sun sign of Gemini. So there's a promo there, and then there'll be another promo coming out for all subscribers of my newsletter. Okay, thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, and I wish you a most spectacular week ahead, even if it seems like it's going to be a little challenging. Let the truth guide you, and things will work. The opportunity, the balance, shining your light, clearing the air. Do you see what's going on here, everybody? Okay. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for being here. You're welcome. Okay, bye, everybody.